Good morning, beloved. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever it is that you are watching the broadcast, hello, hello, hello. It is wonderful connecting with you. Wonderful saying hi, hello, how do you do? What is going on with you? Sending love and blessings and all of those kinds of things your way this morning. So, whether you're looking at it this morning, whether you're looking at it this afternoon, or whether you're looking at it this evening, sending blessings your way. Um, let's see, what was I going to say? For those of you who will be live, yes, 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 let's do this. Let's do the live thing. For those of you who will hashtag it and replay it, for those of you who will hashtag it and replay it, yes, 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 yes. For those of you who will be on, I don't know you on, and I might not never know you on. I can appreciate that. And for those of you who will be used by Papa at some point down the road, all right, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Either way, however it is that you show up in the world, my encouragement is that you show up fully as you, that you do you. Good morning, Erica. Hey, honey bun. That you just do the thing that gives you life, that you show up as your best version, your truest, your highest, your freest version of yourself, right? That you show up in that way, that you do you, and you do you magnificently, right? Because you can't do anybody else because it doesn't work. So just do you. So this week we've been talking about this idea of counting our blessings, of managing our mind, of managing our emotions, of just counting the blessings in general. And today we're counting the blessings of managing the tongue. Counting the blessings of managing our tongue. Yep. So it's so important. Scripture says the tongue is an unruly evil that cannot be tamed or something, or bridled or something like that. The thing of it is this. The thing is this. When we manage our thoughts, when we manage our emotions, then we're able to manage our tongue. Yep. When we manage our thoughts, when we manage our emotions, we're then able to manage our tongue. If you don't manage your thoughts well, if you don't manage your emotions well, it's really difficult to manage your tongue. All kind of stuff come out your mouth. All kind of stuff will proceed out of our mouths if we don't manage our thought life well, and if we don't manage our emotion life well, our feeling life well. Then our tongues, man, all kind of stuff is coming out of that. So words have power, and words sow seeds. So we want to be able to manage our tongue. We want to be able to manage our tongue because we do not want to get back negative seeds. We don't want to get back seeds that sow death, right, into the atmosphere, into other people's lives, right? We just don't want the harvest of that which is not life-giving. So words have power, and words are not neutral. They're for better or worse, beloved. So I invite us to do the work. It's not a one and done. It's not a one-time journey. do the work. And what is the work? The work is to do the work. The work is to manage our thought life. Manage our thought life. Like meditate on these things day and night, right? You should be like a tree planted by the rivers of water. Good morning, Ray. Good morning. Think on these things that are lovely, honest, just, pure, that are true, that are praiseworthy, right? You think on these things, meditate. Scripture invites us to have the mind of Christ, right? So when we submit ourselves to those ways, then then we are able to manage our feeling life, right? We're able to manage those, but when we don't, there's no telling what comes out our mouth. Now, and it might not even come out loud. It might be inwardly what we say to ourselves. And that's our thought life, right? It's our thought life. So our tongue, what we actually say, we could talk about it in two ways, but we'll talk about what we actually say. Yeah, that matters. It matters what comes out of our mouth. It matters what seeds we sow with our tongue. It matters as to whether or not our tongue is sharp, wicked, unruly. It matters. So I'm inviting us to be sure to manage our thought life. Then we'll be able to manage our feeling, emotion life. Then we increase the likelihood of being able to manage our tongue. But if we don't do the early work, if we don't do the first work, all kinds of stuff can come out of our mouth, right? Think about children. Children haven't learned to manage yet, so all kinds of things come out our mouth. Now, they often speak the truth, right? But even the truth, right? The timing of the truth, who we tell it to, right? There's some things that's just not appropriate to say. Something that's just not appropriate to say. And so we want to, and so as we mature, as we age, there's an expectation that we learn not to pretend or hide or mask. And I'm not saying that at all, but I am saying that we learn effective use of the tongue. Okay. When it comes to speaking, when it comes to sharing, when it comes to telling, that we are not just reckless with what comes out of our mouth. Whether we're talking about direct statements or we're talking about off the hand comments or reflection, we just have to be careful, y'all. We just really need to be careful. Like, if it's not life-giving, then maybe we should just not say it. And if it's not life-giving, then why are we thinking it? Why are we even thinking it if it's not one of the things is there's a poem. There is a poem, as a matter of fact, I put it in my book, that when I came across this poem, I was like, now this really expresses the sentiments that I have about right, how we talk. Where is it? I don't know where it is. Here we go. The name of the is taken from Miscellaneous Poems by Mary Ann Pitzker. Pitzker, published in 1872. And the name of the poem is it true? Is it necessary? Is it kind? Is it true? Is it necessary? Is it kind? Like, that is an excellent measurement for whether or not we will share a particular conversation. We will have a particular conversation. We will share some particular words. Like, take it through this litmus test. Is it true? First of all, if it's not true, like, why are we spreading it? Why are we having the conversation if it's not even true? Now, if it's true, is it necessary to talk about? Is it necessary? Like, who benefits from this conversation? What's the outcome? What's the result? Is this conversation needed? Is it necessary? Is it true? Is it necessary? And the last one, is it kind? It might be true, and perhaps it's necessary, but is it kind? Is the way that you are having the conversation, is it kind? Good morning, cousin. All is well. I love you too. I pray all is well with you as well. Oh, yeah. Is it true? Is it necessary? Is it kind? Yep. And what if you're kind? When you ask these three questions, yeah. Is it true? Is it necessary? And is it kind? If what comes out of our mouth cannot if what comes out of our mouth cannot meet that criteria, then we need to reconsider. We need to reconsider what is coming out of our mouth. And I am inviting you to reconsider it before it comes out. Like, don't let it come out and then test it. Let me see if it was true. A little too late. Let me see if it was necessary. Too late. Was it kind? Too late. Ask yourself those questions before the words come out your mouth. Is it true? Is it necessary? Is it kind? Only then, beloved, have used the words. Okay? Only then. Because otherwise, you're not managing your tongue well at all. Yes, in the school district, we teach the kids no cussing, positive words, and watch your attitude and your tone. Yes, and your tone. This is what I teach the kids all the time. So I wonder why adults feel they can say anything. It sometimes feel like they contradict themselves. Yeah, because sometimes adults don't hold themselves to the same standards that they hold children. Right? No cursing, positive words, watch your attitude and your tone. And what I would add to that is watch your motive. Watch your motive. Watch your motive. Why are you saying it anyway? Why is this conversation being brought up? Why are we even sharing this information? So watch your motive, beloved. Counting the blessings of managing the tongue. I don't buy it. I don't buy the notion of that's just how I am. I'm just blunt. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm just a straight shooter. Okay. I hear you. Well, I'm just sarcastic. Okay. I hear you. But I promise you, when people start off conversations with me like that, I'm on alert. Because my expectation is that at some point you're gonna vomit on me. That's my expectation. Well, I'm just okay. I hear you. That's fair game until, and I'm not even that sensitive, but I am sensitive to rude, to kind, to rude, to mean, to like. I just don't have a lot of tolerance for it, and I don't have a tolerance for conversations at other people's expense. I don't. I don't. Like, why does it have to cost me to have a conversation with you? Why does it have to cost somebody to have a conversation with you? If it's going to cost, I'd rather not have the conversation. I'm not talking about hard and difficult conversations, because sometimes we have to have honest, difficult conversations. I think those are kind. I think it's kind to tell people the truth in love because you want for their betterment. I think that's kind. I think it's difficult, but I think it's kind. It might not be nice. That's the difference between kind and nice, right? It's not about platitudes. It's about speaking the truth in love. And sometimes the truth, even though it makes us free, it sets us free, it doesn't feel good all the time. So, yeah, we have to have difficult conversations sometimes. Is it true? Okay. Is it necessary? Difficult conversations are often necessary. Are they kind? Absolutely, they're kind. However, when we are just, we have these traits, these personality traits that basically is rude. It's rudeness. And we cloak it in, well, I just speak the truth. Okay. And I'm just blunt. Like I don't want all that flowery, da da da. Da. Okay. We all different. We all different. But I've just been put on alert. It's what for me. I've just been put on alert because I don't know what that means. And I'm not going to subject myself to harsh, negative. It feels like, bleeding over or vomiting on. That it just doesn't work for me. Sharp tongues, negative, harsh tones. I just don't want to do it. Call me whatever. It's just not. And so, yes, there's some situations where it won't work for me. It just won't work. I think life is way too precious for us to have that as a norm. I think it's way too precious to have that as the way we do it when we could learn to manage our tongue. Like those, that does not create safe environments to have authentic conversations. It really doesn't. Because if I'm expecting you to slice me up with your tongue at any given moment, I'm not getting ready to come and bare my soul to you. I'm just not. I'm not. When we're in vulnerable places and I know the person on the other side, the person I'm looking at, that their tongue is very sharp and they just gonna tell me like it is, because then you know what? When I'm in a vulnerable place, I'm not talking to you. I'm not. I do want to talk to somebody who's gonna tell me the truth, but I want to talk to somebody who's gonna take enough care for my heart to figure out a way to tell me the truth, as opposed to, look, we ain't got time. I'm just gonna, okay, everybody is, and perhaps in some situations that's necessary. If we're at risk and something about to go down, yeah, I need you to just flat out say, hey, I'm gonna need you to da da da, right? Okay. But thankfully we don't live our life running from a saber-tooth tiger. It's not how we live our lives. So we're not at that kind of risk most of the time, or none of the time in these days, right? And so with that, we've evolved enough that we can learn to manage our tongue. Okay? Add a little kindness in there. Whether you're talking about the person face to face or you're talking about them and they're not present. Is it true? Is it necessary? And is it kind? If none of those three add up, I'm going to ask you to check yourself. All right? I love you, beloved. At the moment that Abba gave us our breath, me and you, we forfeited, we relinquished, we gave up the right to not be amazing. You are an amazing being, and I love you. Have a phenomenal day. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.